Okay, then now next parameter, it is a mole of gas sample. Mole of gas sample, it is defined as, it is a ratio of mass of gas sample with respect to the molar gas, that is N. Then this part we have already discussed ideal gas as well as an real gas. The ideal gas means what? The gas which obey the gaseous law like Boyle's law, Charles law, then Avogadro's law. And now that type of an gas are called as uh, ideal gas. Means the ideal gas which obey the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. And now AP, it is called as a pressure in atmosphere, V is the volume in liter, N is number of mole of gas, R is gas constant, and T is the temperature. Then real gas, these real gases are the real gas are deviates from the ideal behavior of an gas but does not obey the gaseous law. That type of an gases are called as real gas molecules. Then the Boyle's law, Charles law, and Avogadro's law, or combined gas law or universal gas law, we will discuss in the we we have discussed in the last lecture. Then now Boyle's law, at constant temperature, the volume of a fixed mass of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. And now this is the relationship between Boyle's vapor, volume as well as an pressure of the molecules. If we have to increase the volume, then pressure is going to be decreased. If the pressure increase, then volume is going to be decreased by if the gas which obey the Boyle's law. Then Charles law. Uh, in Charles law, at constant pressure, the volume of fixed mass of a gas is directly proportional to the Kelvin temperature of absolute temperature. V is directly proportional to T. If you have to increase the volume, then temperature. If you have to increase the temperature, then volume of the gas molecule is also increases, or vice versa. It is takes place. Then afterwards, if you have to combine the both Boyle's as well as an Charles law, then you will get the relationship here. V is directly proportional to T and inversely proportional to P. For a fixed mass of a gas, the volume is directly proportional to Kelvin temperature and inversely proportional to its pressure. Then Gay-Lussac law. Then according to Joseph Gay-Lussac, established the general relationship between pressure and temperature of the gas. Therefore, P is directly proportional to T. At constant volume as well as a number of mole of the gas, the fixed one the pressure of a fixed mass of a gas is directly proportional to its Kelvin temperature or absolute temperature. Now, afterwards, Avogadro's law. Now, according to the Avogadro's law, the amount of gas in a moles is proportional to its volume. V is directly proportional to N. Means the volume of gas is directly proportional to number of mole of gases, number of mole of the gas molecules. Therefore, you have to combine all three law, one Boyle's law, then uh, Charles law and Avogadro's law. Then you will get V is directly proportional to N and T and inversely proportional to P. The V is directly proportional to number of mole of gas and its Kelvin temperature and inversely proportional to its pressure. Then this law is known as universal gas law, or it is also called as ideal gas equation. Then now, what is the statement? Then now here, volume of gas, volume of a given amount of gas is directly proportional to the number of moles of gas that and directly proportional to its temperature and inversely proportional to its pressure. Then you have to rearrange this equation. Then you will get PV, which is equal to nRT. If N, which is equal to 1 mole of an gas, then PV, which is equal to RT. This is about the ideal gas equation. Then after this ideal gas equation, we will know the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. This is known as KMT for the gas molecules. Then now, according to this KMT, it is useful for uh, understanding the molecular origin of the ideal gas law, that is PV which is equal to n RT, when n which is equal to 1 mole of the gas, then PV which is equal to RT. The basis of an kinetic molecular theory of the gases should be understood. This model is used to describe the behavior of an gases. More specially, it is used to explain microscopic properties of a gas molecules such as pressure and temperature. In these terms, its microscopic components such as atoms, like the ideal gas law, this theory was developed to reference the ideal gases, although it can be applied uh, reasonably well to the real gases. Now, this theory, the kinetic molecular theory, it is used for the it it is used for what? It is used for to describe the behavior of an gas molecules, whether it is an ideal gas molecule as well as an real gas molecules. Then this kinetic molecular theory, it is based on some postulates as well as some assumptions, because according to the kinetic molecular theory, first we will know the definition of an kinetic molecular theory. What do you mean by kinetic molecular theory? The theory that was developed to explain the behavior of an gases, and it leads to support to validate the gas laws, is called as kinetic molecular theory. Now, this KMT, it is helpful for this KMT, it is helpful for what? It is helpful for the to know the behavior of an gases, and it leads to support the validate the gas law. And now this theory is called as kinetic molecular theory. Now this theory which is based on this theory which is based on these five postulates means it is based on these assumptions. Now the first assumptions, a gas is composed of a large number of particles called as molecules, whether a, whether it is a polymetic or mono, or that is monatomic or the polymetic, means it consists of a single molecule or it consists of more molecules. Then already we know that the gas molecule which consists of an tiny particles, and that particles are in spherical in shape. Suppose if the gas molecule consists of an tiny particles, then its movement it is conserved. Therefore, the gas consists of a large number of the particles. They are in constant random motion. Random motion, or the gas molecules are in. Who is speaking? Please, if you have to mute your sound. Yeah, it is visible for me. Those who are speaking, suppose if you are doing, if you are annotating, then please you have to mute your sounds. Then next point, because the distance between gas molecule is much greater than the size of the molecules. Therefore, the volume of gas molecule is negligible. Why? Because it consists of tiny particles, and that tiny particles are continuously, the movement of a tiny particle, it is in random motion. That's why the movement it is conserved. Suppose if the movement it is conserved, then you have to, yeah, I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody is written on chat box, sir, you are not audible. Yeah, I'm clearly audible, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Then next point, the intermolecular interaction. Whether the repulsive or attractive forces are so weak that they are also negligible, because if the molecules are spherical, then the molecules move from one point to the another point in the erratic motion or in a random motion. That's why the intermolecular force is also negligible, because the arrangement of an gas molecules are move apart from each other, or the arrangement it is very loosely arranged. That's why the intermolecular interaction, whether the attractive forces or whether the repulsive forces are so weak, that's why that interaction it is negligible in case of an gaseous molecules. Then the gas molecules collide with one another and with the wall of an container. Suppose if you have to fill the gas into the particular container, then the molecules are that particular molecules are collide to each other, and that molecules are collide to each other means what happen here, one molecule is going to be hit on the surface of an another, but that time the collision, whatever the collision which is takes place, and that collision in between the molecules are perfectly elastic in nature. That's why if an the molecule is filled into the particular container, then the particular into when the gas molecule collide with one another with the wall of an container, but the collision of the molecules are perfectly elastic, that is, they do not change its average kinetic energy of the molecules. They cannot be changed. The average kinetic energy of the molecules means the speed of the molecule or the motion of the molecules. Suppose if the one molecule is directly hit on the surface of an another, then the speed for both the molecules are the same. Then there is no any changes which is occur in speed or the motion of that particular molecules. Then afterwards, then uh, then we will see next, the gas molecules collide with one another and with the wall of an container. This point we already discussed. The next point, the average kinetic energy of the molecules of any gas is depend on what? It's depend on its temperature. Therefore, the average kinetic energy of the gas molecule is directly proportional to its temperature, because if the temperature it is increases, then the kinetic energy of the molecule is also increases, because depend on what? Depend on the all gases molecules have exactly the same kinetic energy. Then only what happen, then only the kinetic energy that temperature is directly proportional to the kinetic energy of that particular molecules. Now these are the assumptions. According to these assumptions, we'll discuss about the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. Then now this kinetic molecular theory, which is based on mainly three assumptions. First three assumptions you have to see. The first, the gas molecules consist of tiny particles or point unit masses. That's why they do not occupy the space or any volume, or they do not occupy any volume, but it occupies some space. The molecules are in spherical in shape, because the gas molecules always is present in the form of an spherical in nature. That's why the intermolecular force of attraction is totally absent. Means the attractive forces as well as an repulsive forces, both forces are the absent. That's why there is no any interaction which is occur in between the gas molecules. Then the collision of molecule, it is perfectly elastic. That's why the movement it is conserved. because already we know that the collision of the molecules, when the one molecule is collide on the surface of another, then the collision is perfectly elastic in nature. Elastic in nature means it is a random in nature. The molecules can move any side when it hit on the surface of another with the same speed. Now, based on these three assumptions, we'll discuss the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. Now, here you have to see here the particles exhibit continuously in random motion owing to their own kinetic energy. Therefore, the average kinetic energy E is proportional to the absolute temperature. Therefore, E, which is equal to 3 by 2 RT, this is the equation. Now, E is known as the energy, kinetic energy. R is called as a molar gas constant. Then T is known as a temperature. From these postulates, the fundamental kinetic energy equation can be derived, that is PV, which is equal to 1 by 3 n m C average square, C average square. Then now here n is known as a number of mole of gas, and m uh, is having average velocity, or here n is number of mole of gas m, and it's having average square velocity. This C average it indicate as a velocity or the speed of the molecules. Therefore, by using this fundamental equation, if you have to take the root mean square velocity, that is C average square velocity, usually it is written as a mu of molecules for the ideal gas. Therefore, if we have to solve the equation, then put the value of this yeah put the value of C average square velocity into the equation 1, and taking the square root of both side, the equation leads to the mu, which is equal to square root of 3 PV by n m. Now here what we have done